Yo, what's going on, man? It's Jason Capital. I'm just staring at my muscles, checking out my progress. Anyways, how narcissistic can you be in front of a camera in today's video? Just kidding, that's not the question. Today's video is answering a question from a young man named Jumanji. Similar to Jumanji, but not quite, which is a mediocre Robin Williams movie featuring, I think Kirsten Dunst was in that too, from the 90s. You might be too young, or you might even be too old to remember it. Anyways, let's get to today's question. Jumanji says, hey Jason, how would you respond to the question if a woman asks you, how long has it been since you had a girlfriend? Well, dude, here you go. I don't totally understand why you are asking me this question. All right, if a girl asks you the last time you had a girlfriend, well, you got a couple options. Usually, it's not always the best response, but usually, tell the fucking truth. It's not that hard. She says, how long have you had last time you had a girlfriend? And then you can just answer the question. Maybe it's been 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, 472 days and 12 minutes. That could be kind of funny. You could be like, the exact time. 542 days and 12 seconds. My heart's been broken for 98% of them. Fuck around like that. But, guys, I'm going to give you a couple little tools here, all right? A couple tools you can feel free to use and implement how you want. So one rule of thumb, a general rule of thumb in spiking attraction or spiking that buying temperature with girls is when they ask you a question to give a funny, nonsensical, ridiculous, illogical answer to the first one and then give the real answer once she earns it to the second one. So she says, how long has it been since you had a girlfriend? And you say, do you mean like since I had just one girlfriend, like at a time? What do you mean exactly? Since I had multiple, like what are you asking? That could be kind of funny. It kind of like, it's kind of like the I'm a huge pimp joke thing, right? She says, when's the last time you had a girlfriend? And you mean like just one at a time? Is that what you mean? You mean the last time I boned another guy's girlfriend? What are you asking exactly? I'm curious. What do you mean? Okay, you could be a little dick, or she says like, when's the last time you had a girlfriend? And you could say, I don't know. Date girls. The thing is, I would probably I would be fucking honest, but because my views are so fucking different and they're so fucking me, they're just my views, that I would just tell her that, and that would spike attraction just because it's just so out there, it's so different. So she would say like, when's the last time you had a girlfriend? And I might say something like, I don't really believe in the label. I'd get all philosophical. I don't really believe in the label girlfriends. I don't really like that label. What does that even mean? I don't like the idea of ownership over someone else. I think we're all free. I think we're all free to do what I want. If you ask me the last time I had a girl that I loved and I dated seriously and she was with me all the time, is that what you mean? What do you mean exactly? You can get all philosophical. So there's many different ways you can answer this, but I'm assuming, okay, after all of that, I'm assuming that you're saying you've never had a girlfriend, so you're kind of at the beginner stage, and she asks you when's the last time you had a girlfriend, and you're asking how to respond to that, because you don't want to say, well, I've never had a girlfriend because I'm a huge fucking pussy and I play video games all day and I fucking love Pornhub and I hate that I love Pornhub, but I watch it, okay? Maybe that's you. So you're asking, what do you say in that situation? Well, if you've never had a girlfriend, and come with this off the top of my head, and she says, when's the last time you had a girlfriend, you could simply say, I would take the stand, the strong posturing stand of, well, I've never, I know it's hard to believe, but I've never had a girlfriend. I don't really believe in relationships, at least at this point in my life. Just say something like that. And then all of a sudden you can take that and you can get into a really good, challenging, high value, small talk discussion about views on relationships, okay? One thing that I love to do with girls when I'm picking them up or I'm seducing a girl is I love to talk about relationships, because then we can be like us discussing this thing, we're looking at everyone else, we're talking about them, so it creates a bond between us, but now we're talking about relationships, our views on relationships. I can start to kind of qualify her and ask her things like, what's your ideal relationship look like? What's it feel like when that's happening between you and that guy? I can get her really into those really good emotions, those idealistic emotions, and I can begin to get her to associate those emotions with me. So if she asks you a question like that, first of all, that's a great sign. That means she's interested in you. And now I've given you all kinds of tools that you can take now to implement them and make them work for you. So, Jumanji, thank you for your question. I'm a little disappointed that there was no shameless flattery in your question. Like, what the fuck, bro? You know how it works here on Team Capital. How are you asking me a question? It comes with shameless flattery that just fills up my ego with nothing, but feels really good. And then you ask your question, and you usually get a better answer. So it's up to you. You didn't this time. Hopefully you will in the future. I'm Jason Capital, man. Peace.